Good morning, this is video 27 and I'm going to do a little different type of video. Several of you have asked for just steps, so I thought what I would do is talk about a dance and then demonstrate the new steps in those dances. So the first one is not really a new dance, it's Kentucky Borderline, and it has a Tell Mama and a black mountain in it. So let's do the Tell Mama first. Double step, brush up, double step, brush up, double step, toe step, and the basic. And you notice that you're right for this free. So let's try that again. Double step, brush up, double step, brush up, double step, toe step, and the basic. Now when we put it in the combination, you start with 2 hard steps, a Tell Mama, and then do it again. 5, 6, 2 hard steps, double back, brush up, and the basic, double back, brush up, Tell Mama. Now your right foot's free, and in this dance you do that all over again, starting with the right foot. Double hard step, and a hard step. Tell Mama. Okay, so that's a Tell Mama. Okay, the other step is called a black mountain, and it's in a number of routines. So here goes a black mountain. Double step, heel, heel, toe, ball, heel, chug. Double step, heel, heel, toe. I'm gonna show you the easy way first, and then the way it should be done. So let's start again. Double step, heel, heel, toe, step, chug. That's the easy way. Double step, heel, heel, toe, step, chug. Now the way it's written, double step, heel, heel, toe, ball, heel, chug. Double step, heel, heel, toe, heel, chug. And it's a little bit of buck in there. Double step, heel, heel, toe, heel, chug. So that's a black mountain, 2 versions, an easy one and a more difficult one with some buck dancing in there. Okay, the next dance is called Treasure, and there are 2 combinations in that dance that I think you already know, an MJ twist and a summy bind. Let's go over those and then we'll go over the 3rd combination. The MJ twist is a regular MJ for the first 4 beats. Double step, double back, rock, step, step, rock, step, double step, double, twist, twist, chug. Let's do that again. Double step, double back, rock, step, step, rock, step, double step, double, twist, twist, chug. Okay, so you just have to remember the last 4 steps, MJ twist. The next step that I think you already know is a summy bind. 3 double steps and a touch heel. 1, 2, 3, touch heel. Back, out, step, double step, touch heel. Back, out, step, and the basic, and a triple, sometimes to the back, depending on the dance, and sometimes 3/4. In Treasure, it's front to back. I had to think about that for a second. Okay, now the other step that you've probably not seen a lot of is called Little Red, because it comes from the dance Little Red, but it's also in the dance Treasure. Now, Dieter, who wrote the choreography for Treasure, calls it a sign, S-I-G-N, a sign, the sign. But it's more commonly known as Little Red. It starts and ends with a basic, and there's drags in it. A basic, drag, step, rock, step, drag, step, rock, step, and a basic. So 2 drag, step, rock steps in between the 2 basics. A basic, and drag, and a basic. That's called Little Red. All right, moving right on. In Mr. Mom, there's an only wanna. Double step, double out, rock, step, ball, slide. Double step, double out, rock, step, ball, slide. Now, whenever you hear double over, double out, double back, you always make 2 sounds. That's why it's called a double. Double up, double back, double over, double out. So in the only wanna, double step, double out, rock, step, ball, slide. Double step, double out, rock, step, ball, slide. And it's often followed by 2 basics, either for turning or straight on. The other step in Mr. Mom is a Scotty. Double step, double over, double out, go, jump. Now, of course, we don't jump that much, so we're just going to step. Double step, double over, double out, go, step. And when you put your toe back, you kind of, your body wants to lean over to the right so you can just step down. But don't put your weight on it, or if you do, even so you can lift either leg, because most often the Scotty is followed by a stomp double on the right. So if you do, and it is in Mr. Mom, so if you do a Scotty and a stomp double, and a stomp double. All right. And I think, well, I'm looking at my list here, Monroe dancing. I think I'm going to cover that the next time. In Clap Your Hands, there's something called a Rooster Dog. And as you can kind of figure out, it's a rooster and a walk the dog. So it looks like this. Double step, double over, ball, step, heel, rock, step. So it doesn't have the 2 double steps in front of walk the dog, but it's a rooster, heel, rock, step. So it's sort of like a walk the dog, a rooster dog. And the other step in there is a whiplash with a stutter. Now I went over the whiplash on the last video, on the Tell Mama video, but this is only a 4-count whiplash, and it has a stutter where you go kind of slide forward. And it starts with the right foot. Double step, slide, step, slide, step, slide, slide. There's the stutter. So it starts on the right foot, double step, your weight's on it, slide, step, drag, step, slide, slide. So that your left foot is free. All right, and that's all for today. Thank you. Have fun.